Interesting facts about female psychology, human behavior, and women. Before we begin, an important note. These are tendencies, not rules. Individual variation is massive. Many men share these traits. Many women don't. Biology matters, but socialization matters too. This is about patterns in research, not stereotypes. Let's explore. Section 1. Emotional intelligence. Women consistently score higher on emotional perception tests. They're better at identifying subtle facial expressions. Brain imaging shows stronger activation in empathy-related regions when witnessing emotion. Women detect low-intensity feelings others often miss. They tend to develop richer emotional vocabulary. Higher emotional self-awareness appears earlier in life. They're often more skilled at calming others. Studies show stronger performance across all branches of emotional intelligence: perceiving, understanding, and managing emotion. Section 2. Social and communication. Girls typically develop language slightly earlier. Women show stronger verbal fluency across the lifespan. They're generally more accurate at reading tone of voice, better at decoding body language, more likely to use collaborative language like we and us, higher sensitivity to conversational shifts, stronger eye contact during emotionally meaningful discussions, more skilled at conflict de-escalation through dialogue, often better at maintaining complex social networks. Section 3. Cognitive strengths. Women often outperform men in episodic memory, remembering events with detail. Stronger recall of faces and names, faster processing speed in verbal tasks, better performance on many memory assessments, strong fine motor coordination, superior color discrimination. Studies suggest greater flexibility in task switching, more resistant to certain types of age-related verbal decline, stronger integration between memory and emotion. Section 4. Stress and resilience. Research suggests women are more likely to show a tend and befriend stress response, seeking connection under pressure, more likely to reach out for support rather than withdraw, greater use of adaptive coping strategies like talking through stress, often stronger emotional recovery when supported socially, higher verbal expression of distress, which can be protective long-term, better at maintaining relationships during prolonged stress. Some studies show greater long-term resilience after trauma when support systems are strong. Section 5. Brain and neuroscience. On average, women show more cross-hemisphere connectivity in the brain, a slightly larger hippocampus relative to brain size, important for memory, greater gray matter density in some social cognition regions, more bilateral brain activation during language tasks, strong mirror neuron responses when observing others' emotions, higher activity in areas linked to reflection and internal awareness. Importantly, these differences are averages, with enormous overlap between sexes. Section 6. Decision-making patterns. Women tend to be more risk-aware in financial decisions, more likely to evaluate long-term consequences, often stronger at perspective-taking, higher consideration of relational impact in choices, more collaborative in group decision settings, greater sensitivity to ethical implications, more holistic processing, integrating multiple variables at once. On average, slightly lower impulsivity in measured behavioral studies. Section 7. Relationships and attachment. Women often form emotionally deep same-sex friendships, more likely to express affection verbally. Stronger emphasis on emotional intimacy in romantic partnerships. Earlier detection of subtle relationship issues. More likely to seek counseling when needed. Greater investment in maintaining relational harmony. Stronger memory for emotionally meaningful relationship events. Now, context matters. These findings describe population averages. The overlap between men and women is huge. Personality predicts behavior more than gender in most situations. Culture, upbringing, education, and life experience shape these outcomes powerfully. Strengths also come with trade-offs. Higher empathy can increase emotional burden. Greater relational focus can mean greater stress. There is no better brain, only different patterns of wiring. The goal isn't comparison, it's understanding. Female psychology reveals strong patterns of emotional intelligence, communication skill, resilience, and social awareness. But every woman is unique. These trends inform, they don't define. Understanding differences helps us build better relationships, workplaces, and communities. Because psychology isn't about labels, it's about insight, and insight leads to empathy. Do you want more psychology facts? Like and subscribe.